2 telah dibuka. Para penonton yang telah memiliki karcis dipersilakan memasuki ruangan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everybody, my name is Bilkis Habibah Sutomo Putri. People call me Bilkis or Kikis. I am a person who likes to do things that are different and challenging. But even so, I always take the time to make myself happy in the spare time I have. Watching movies at the cinema is one of those things. But obviously, it was done before the pandemic occurred. That's right, I have an interest in movies. Sometimes I really want to watch this movie or just hang out with friends because it was fun, really. Even in a month, I went to the cinema many times to watch. If my expectation to the movie trailer are good, so I'll watch it. It doesn't matter the genre. You may be able to see and have also experienced how it feels when watching a movie at the cinema. With a big screen, and we always have to pick the right place, right? In the center, 2 or 3 seats from the top. When the film is over, somehow I always feel something different or something new inside of me. Do you also? But it's very unfortunate since the COVID-19, then we are advised to just stay at home. It feels very sad that we can't watch the movie at the cinema anymore, and also we have to stay at home for school. An unrecovered state like that forces us to stream movies at home. Indeed, you can still watch movies too, even at cheaper price, because we only need to subscribe to one of the applications of streaming service providers such as Netflix, Netflix, Disney, Viu, etc. But I think the sensation is still different and makes us want to go to the cinema. Even so, I'm still grateful because there are so many films that I can watch, or maybe watching Korean dramas that take a long time to watch, and we can watch it together with our families. For a long time, when watching streaming, we don't need to consider what clothes to wear. Maybe just use pajamas? Yeah, we don't need to be embraced. And we don't need to buy popcorn or sneak snacks in bags. We can eat anything in our homes. If we need to rest or go to the bathroom, we can also click pause. And one of the important things I get when streaming is being able to choose whether we will use Indonesian translate or not for English language films. Of course, in learning English, we have to practice, one of which is to train our knowledge by not using Indonesian translate. I got dizzy at first, but sure, I got used to it. Until now, the cinema hasn't opened yet because some people say that the Earth cycle in the cinema will continue to rotate there, so that it is very vulnerable to becoming a new cluster of virus spread. Yeah, whatever it is, hopefully we can survive and keep fighting to fight this virus together, like the story of my friend after this. So thank you very much for hearing my story. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Vida Farhani Iskandar. I'm from class 3A of English Education Department and I'm from group Umar for this English course. And I'd like to share my opinions about education current now, or as we know that education before and after pandemic. So here we go. We certainly know education is. Education is the conscious effort of the educators through guidance, teaching and training to educate and educate. People expect to be able to guide educators into virtuous, well-mannered educators and indeed ready to compete in the era of globalization. So the first point is education before pandemic. I'm pretty sure that we are so happy for offline class because we can meet each other, we can meet with our friends, and we can go to somewhere like it's like when we have a task that we should discuss together, we can transferring our ideas on live, and we love to. But in other way, after pandemic, sometimes we feel so tired for a half of material who lecturer gave to us. So it's like we cannot understanding as well. When the lecturer want to explain a lot about the material, I think the motive problem is online class is bad connection, right? And beside of that, the lecturers inform us to downloading the some application for learning course. It's like Schoology, Google Classroom, Edmodo, Hello. And then for a virtual online meeting, it's joining Zoom and Google Classroom. And I'm a student, even online education is a formidable challenge. There are facility and research to be provided. We know everything's getting pandemic now, so we must always take care of ourselves and be healthy, wearing a mask. At the end of my presentation, as you can see, there are so many differences between online and offline class. Hopefully this COVID-19 will end as soon as possible. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It's a numerous. First of all, it's quite convenient. The second thing about it is that it is flexible. You can have the learning at and when you want it, even on demand. Another thing about it is that it's lower cost, so we have spending less on infrastructure, on diesel, on generator. And with e-learning, you can leverage on high quality teachers, irrespective of your school, irrespective of your locality.
Regardless of the closure, some schools have found a way to convert the classroom experience to video conference and other online platforms.
The three main factors for successful e-learning
Where like Canvas, it enables college students to complete assignments, deliver presentations, and take quizzes. At the end of the week, they will receive feedback.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello there. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Gazira Rizkina, and people know me as Gazira. I really crazy about reading book. No see what genre it is or what kind of book it is. I would like to read it all. But if I have an option, I would like to choose criminal, mystery, then thriller, and all of that is full of intrigue, trickery, and spill blood. Then talking about the circumstances nowadays are hard for some people, really hard for another, and pretty hard for the rest. Surely, no one of us want to face this outbreak, and facing this pandemic is in wish list of no one. Everything becomes complicated, but as what we know, that everything have two sides, good side and bad side. In this pandemic, we can see some people are getting richer, like the owner of the meeting online application, and some people are being rich. We can see in the social media that many shopping online accounts are pop up. Then some people are trying to stay still and survive, like holding their work or trying to save their place, and the last place in the food chain are dying. Actually, if I can tell the honest, this pandemic is bad, really bad. But it couldn't make me curse the word of my life. I mean, not as bad as hell. It really pissed me off. But it doesn't disturb me in some aspect, like going outside, hanging out, then shopping, traveling, or social media aspect. Because like hanging out, I don't go out that often. And then social media, I don't use social media that often as well. And then I just feel uncomfortable when I am being in the crowd or hustle. I just like unhappy when I am being seen by another people, like anonymous or stranger like that. Then the only shop that I will go on my pleasure or want to demand to go there is bookstore. Why? Because everyone in the bookstore is busy with their own business. They only focus on their choice. They will not come closer to you or ask what are you doing there. And sometimes you can see people are sitting on the floor to read novel and they didn't even care about the circumstance around them. Then I really pissed off in the health aspect. Why? Because we are really need to take care of our body. But sometimes we could find some people cough and sneeze around us, and then another are trying to make space, make the distance. Like who got cough just now is infected by the virus. It doesn't mean every people who got cough or sneeze are infected. We are still able to socialize or communicate with other. What we need is first we need to put on our mask. That the first border between us and another people. Then second, we need to maintain our body. This is our body, so we are the responsible of it. Then we need to eat healthy food. Then and the last is we need to wash our hand and our body as clean as what we can. And caused by this pandemic as well, relationship become tenuous, fear hound, and everyone becomes allergic to one another. And another aspect that really disturbed me is education aspect. Our lecture is holding via online, maybe by using application or social media or their own school web. But it is a little help, I thought, but not completely effective. That demand us to have such a good financial. Why? Because it demands us to have a smartphone, a good smartphone, of course, and such amount of quota to get a lesson via online. Then how about they who didn't have a good financial as good as us? Maybe that's all my anxiety and my insecurities. Thank you for listening. Many thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. My name is Ahmad Fahrudin, usually known as Ahmad. I am a person who can be far from a cell phone. For now, of course, we always need cell phone to help us every day. Apart from being a means of communication, as well as means of entertainment to fill spare time. On a cell phone, of course, there are so many applications or social media. Social media is any digital tool that allows users to quickly create and share content with the public, Social media encompasses a wide range of websites and apps. Before pandemic, I open my cell phone to play games or just open social media when there are no activities. I use Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp for social media. I like to share my activities on Instagram a bit. Twitter is where I write whatever I want, and WhatsApp for my tools of contact. Following the existence of COVID-19, the use of social media has increased. Usage of social media jumped by 40% from katadata.co.id news. Social media is also becoming more useful. Since they stay at home and there are no activities, people prefer to open up social media to their boredom as a treatment. The TikTok application that was previously blocked in Indonesia is an instance, but now it is used by everyone from all walks of life. Then video call application, maybe Zoom and Google Meet for study or work. For now, two applications that are used by almost everyone. This application is still very mostly used to study and work from home until now, as positive cases of COVID-19 are still increasing, so social distancing is still required. I hope that COVID-19 will soon disappear and return to previous activities such as working and studying face-to-face as we usually do. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Rangga Resistianto. In this video, I will explain you expectation and reality before and after COVID-19 pandemic in time of health, what I do versus what people do. The first is food consume. Before pandemic expectation, I more eat nutrition food, eat more fruit or vegetable every day and reduce less nutrition food like fast food. And really this, what people do, people keep eating anything. It's lots of fast food such as sandwich, burger, noodles and other. But people sometimes eat fruit or vegetable. What I do, me Sams keep eating whatever. It's lots of fast food like a noodle every day and other, but I keep and eat fruit or vegetable if I want. After pandemic, same expectation, eat nutrition food, eat more fruit and vegetable every day and reduce less nutrition food like a fast food to maintain health, to increase body immune and to avoid COVID-19. Really this, what people do? People start keeping the food you consume more fruit and vegetable every day to maintain health and to avoid COVID-19. But what I do, I does not regulate the food consume. Keep eating fast food like a sandwich and noodle every day, but I still eat fruit and vegetable. And the next is physical activities, exercise or sport. Before pandemic, expectation in the morning, wake up, start like exercise like a push up, sit ups, and then go to jogging or cycling every day. After that, prepare to go to work or school. And really this, what people do in morning, people wake up and prepare to go to work or school every day and forget to exercise because his daily activities. What I do, in the morning, I wake up, open a smartphone, play until noon, prepare to go to campus every day, just forget to exercise. After pandemic, same expectation in the morning, wake up and start do like exercise like push up, sit up, jogging or cycling every day. After that, prepare go to work or school. And a reality is what people do. In morning, people start do exercise like a jogging or cycling in the morning. After do exercise, people prepare go to work, and then people go to work or school use a bicycle. After work and school, people do exercise again in the afternoon, or people go to gym in a night. What I do, I sleep until noon, wake up and play a smartphone, and online class. After online class, play smartphone again, online class again, and continue to get until you forget to do exercise. But I still do exercise on a weekends, like a jogging or cycling in the morning or afternoon. And the next is wash your hand with soap. Before pandemic, expectation wash your hand with soap before doing anything, and a reality is wash your hand with soap if I remember. After pandemic and expectation wash your hand with soap before doing anything to maintain cleanliness and to avoid COVID-19. And a reality is what people do. People wash hand before doing anything. What I do, me same, wash hand before doing anything. And the last is morning sunbath. Before pandemic, expectation do sunbath in the morning because it's good to maintain health and increase body immune. And a reality, never do sunbath in the morning because daily activity. After pandemic, same expectation, do sunbath in the morning because it's good to maintain health and increase body immune to avoid COVID-19. And the reality, what people do morning sunbath because it's good to avoid COVID-19. What I do, I don't do morning sunbath because I still sleeping in the morning, but sometimes I take the time to morning sunbath. Thanks for watching my video. See you, goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahabia Daniel. First of all, I'm so excited, so many challenges. The challenge usually appears when I go traveling and adventures. That's why I'm so in love with traveling and adventures, because I can get the real challenge with it. When the holiday come, I choose to spend my holidays to climb a mountain or enjoy my time in the beach. But everything has changed since COVID-19 pandemic. This virus forced me to stay at home and cannot go everywhere. I cannot travel to some place because almost all of natural tourist spots are closed to prevent the spreading of the virus. So in this video, I'd like to tell about the differences of the situation before and after COVID-19 pandemic in the tourism side in my perspective. First, before the pandemic, I can go to every single place I want to go without afraid the virus will infect me in every single situation. But after this pandemic in the beginning, I stuck in my room and I cannot go everywhere. It's quite bored for me to stay at home and accept the fact that I cannot go to enjoy my adventures. But in the middle of this period, fortunately the government announced that the tourism sector step by step are open with health protocol for the tourists. I'm so happy to hear that. But still there are so many differences that I can feel after the tourism spots are open. One example, like the health protocol, before the COVID-19 pandemic, I'm free to visit the place that I want to go without so many requirements like now. But after the pandemic, I must always bring the mask, the hand sanitizer, and so many things which connect with the health protocol, which are very complicated to bring. In the beginning, I was so terrible to adapt, but now I'm used for it. Second, the condition in the tourism spot is absolutely different before and after this pandemic. Before the pandemic, the situation of the tourism spot is very crowded and filled with so many visitors, and I'm so enjoy with it. I can see a lot of people and a lot of interaction, which can make me so happy to enjoy my holidays in the tourism spot. But after the pandemic, everything has changed. The tourism spot is quiet and only a few people come, not like before. If we want to visit some place, we must require the rapid test result to go to the destination. We must do the social distancing. We must follow the health protocol, such as wear a mask and bring the hand sanitizer. The number of the visitor is very limited, and for me and the most visitor, it is very complicated to fulfill the requirement. I argue that the number of the visitor decreased and the tourism sector is dropped due to all of this. The fact that the number of visitors decreased and the visitor decreased and the income absolutely down cause the employers got fired and the tourism sector is apparently dead. In the end, I just want to say that I hope this pandemic period will over as soon as possible, so the tourism sector will be back the normal condition and I can continue my adventures to visit so many places which can challenge me so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Asri. In this beautiful occasion, I'm going to talk about shopping before and during pandemic. But before all, I want to say sorry because you may hear some other voice because I live in very crowded and noisy environment. Why pick this topic? Because literally, shopping is very common routine for us. We can even do it in 1 month, one in a week, or maybe every day. So what is shopping? Shopping is an activity which customer browses the available goods presented by one or more retailers. Of course, everyone knows that women very love to shop. We can spend a whole day in the shopping center or scrolling our online shopping app. So, what the difference we can feel of shopping before and during the pandemic? Here we go.
Shopping before pandemic. Number 1. Go shopping at mall. So, before pandemic, we can easily shop and buy everything in mall with a group of friends or go alone. Number 2. Come to the traditional market. A few months ago, we could still shop to the traditional market. Here, we as the consumer can possibly compare, orientate, and get information about the product from the seller. Or sometimes, we even have conversation with the other consumer or the seller itself. Number 3. Queuing for at casa. We can queue for paying our stuff in the casa as long and as close as we want. Shopping during pandemic. Number 1. Online shopping app. Of course, you have heard Lazada, Shopee, Tokopedia, JD.ID, and so on. Yeah, those are the names of online shopping app. Online shopping app doesn't actually exist during pandemic. It actually has been famous for a long time. But it's used more during pandemic because it's simple and we don't have to get out our home and meet other people. Number 2. Some health protocols. Several malls are still open, but before coming in we need to do some health protocols like washing hands or using hand sanitizer. Every mall recently has the security checking our body health. Number 3. Wearing a mask or face shield. It's necessary to wear a mask or face shield, even for kids. So since you are inside a mall, store, or any shopping center, you have to always put on your mask.
Okay, those are all the differences between shopping before and during pandemic. So this is from me, and next come to the other topic.